was genuinely nice of them to leave the Samsung TV by the curbside. I think it's looking pretty good in the truck. It's hung up on the garbage can. Ooh, what a sound. It's not overcoming the crack in the garbage can. I'm trying to get its balanced weight to overcome the given situation, but it's not. There we go. That's the power of editing, though. Managed to overcome that break in the garbage can. That looks like a fresh break. Oh well. Well, it wasn't perfect. And the king's crown. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of a foggy. There's the Halloween decorations. I think they're award-winning, actually. I took my wife around looking at some of these last night. People put a lot of hard work into it. So anyway, let's talk about just one lone decoration. That's scary enough. Evergreening your YouTube videos, which I don't know. I mean, for me, I guess it is possible, but Mother Nature tells a different story. And seasonal effects, so, you know, like time period, specific things. Trees turning colors, seasonal decorations people have out, because my office is in the great outdoors. But yeah, evergreening your videos does help your channel, because it does help your channel if you could pull it off quite nicely. People have less of an idea of how old the video is, so even older videos still get watched, which in my case, older videos don't get watched very much. A little bit, but not enough to barely move the needle, forcing you as a YouTube creator to constantly crank out more material if you want to keep your channel alive. Those are Palette Man, you know, Paul thoughts, which are very cogent. Other things that, you know, there's other seasonal things like political signs, which if you're videoing, you have to try and edit that out. So yeah, I don't have a computer that is capable of doing all that, you know, sit down and edit, which would make the video a lot nicer, I guess, because you can cut out all the unnecessary fluff, which would be about 99% of my recording. Also, another thing I notice is when I upload, the YouTube app holds on to all the data, so the YouTube app actually becomes saturated with data after uploading, so it takes up more space on my gadget. Which then forces me to use those editing apps that, I splice the video together, and the resolution quality is not as good. There ain't nothing out here. Got up too late this morning because when me and the wife were looking at Halloween decorations people have put up, it was probably 10 p.m. and I seen some scoops. I actually seen some really good ones and I just couldn't resist, so I stopped, much to her chagrin. That's pretty cool. And I loaded the trunk of the Volvo with, I don't know, a couple of rotors, and, a folding chair, and some shock absorbers, struts, car parts. That was fun. But I noticed like a bunch of other scoops that were here by the curbside that were too bulky, like large strollers and stuff. Look at that Dodge. Little red wagon. Little red wagon. Little express truck. There's a YouTube channel, Jinx Clover. I think he'd like that one. There's some Mopar fans. I watch this channel. Alrighty. Yeah, evergreening your videos. Very smart, man. A channel like Ian Matthews, he could do that because a lot of his camera shots are inside me shed. So you can't really tell what time of the year it is so much. He's not outside, leading more people to watch even older videos because it doesn't seem so irrelevant. So I think what happens with my channel is it becomes blog style, vlog, whatever, and you constantly have to upload because it's like a continuation. It's like, I don't know, a continuation series type deal. Or you could be like Mr. Scrappity and just show the steering wheel. Because he's got like a chest strap for his camera, but he speaks a lot clearer than I do. My voice and my speech is about as clear as mud. So I think part of what Paul, maybe Paul's not trying to hurt my feelings. I don't care. I don't care if he hurts the feelings, but you gotta admit it that Paul's pattern of speech is far better than mine. It's a lot easier to understand him when he's talking. He doesn't have the same, He doesn't have the same accent that I got, even though I guess he's from Illinois. Depends on where in Illinois you're from. Different accent. I got that flat, like Chicago style accent, which is not, I don't know. It doesn't do me any good. Plus, I'm kind of monotone. There's no real highs and lows. There's a stupid laugh like that. 'Cause everything's funny there, King. Yeah, well, I got the third person. No. Because if I didn't have the third person, then there'd be nobody. Not even me, myself, and I, because I think they would just get so bored they'd get up and leave too. Come on, King, it's not all that bad. Yeah, seasonal stuff. Just training yourself where to point the camera so you don't have to edit too much out and you don't show stuff that creates a time period for your video, making it stay relevant longer. Yeah, smart actually, because those kind of people make money on YouTube and can focus more on working for Google rather than picking stuff up at the curb and working for the junkyard. Because that's essentially what I'm doing. Is I'm a free employee for the junkyard. What's here? Anything worth? I mean, this is what happens when you're scrap starved and you're actually a failure at scrapping. Maybe I should just scrap these things. Can you imagine how illegal that would be? There we go. This is a sign of a scrapper that is failing at his art. He's picking up hard, chunky plastic items because that's all there is. Somebody beat me to the curbside, and I got mouths to feed too, so not just mine. I kids, wife, whatever. So I gotta bring the scrapyard something. Well, you could scrap some of those cars. Okay, that's a one-time thing. That doesn't solve this problem. Well, it's a start. Yeah, it's a start and stop. That's all that is. Well, you're no different than that Larry Dreamer guy. Yeah, I don't think that guy has an intention on selling anything. Most unfortunate. Why do you gotta bring them up in every video you make? I don't have to. What's your obsession? There is no obsession. we could go back to talking about scrapping with Grandpa. Alright, I'm giving this channel a dislike. Okay, go ahead. Feelings not hurt. I'm too small of a channel for it to matter. Ooh, that's scary. That's my mother-in-law. Never mind her. Ooh, what was that sound? You know, like, if you own a very old and very worn out car, you get to know every creak and sound the thing makes. Funny. Yeah, that sound. I don't like that sound. Kind of makes me nervous. Was I already down the street? I don't remember. I've been yapping too much. Maybe I was. I don't know. Now I'm wasting fuel. See? What's happening is I'm wasting so much fuel that the gas light's on. Well, then go get some more fuel. See? Well, there goes the profits. And you're stuck picking up stupid stuff like Samsung TVs and hard plastic items that have some substantial weight to it because there's like a little electric motor in there somewhere, which I'm not going to take out. Which a lot of these YouTube channel people or people that watch these channels, they do. They take the electric motor out and the stat and other thing, which is not a bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that I really don't do that much, as you all know. I think all the stuff that I'm saying has been said before ad nauseum, except for the evergreening of your video, which is that's a very intelligent and conservative type movement for making a YouTube video. Because how nice it is to have like a video that you made like a year ago, 3 years ago, or whatever, still performing. It's like set it and forget it. Which, oh, by the way, you know, like every YouTube channel has the potential, okay, not that it can always, but it has the potential to be $1 million moneymaker. Is that all you think about, King, is money? No. I mean, it was a wonderful thing if your channel could generate you know, a living income, like even $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. Be like a Taco Stacks and be making like $100,000 a year off of YouTube. You don't really have to scrap now, do you? Well, you do, because otherwise you have no content to create. I'm going to turn this off because I'm just using so much fuel. Look, we finally, after all this yapping generated exercise machine. I always think the wife could use, which she takes it as an insult. These things just sit around. People spend a lot of money on stuff like this, and it just sits, as evidenced by the cobwebs. So I'm going to try and load it in there. I very wisely avoided recording the struggle of me lifting it up and getting it in here. Except that hard plasticky thing is kind of wreaking havoc on me and putting the scoop inside the truck here. That's a little sketchy. See, it would sink down a little better if that wasn't in the way. But it'll have to be like that, I guess. I need more tie straps. This particular tie strap is holding the taillight on, so I can't really use that. I don't know, maybe we'll put this in here. Use it as a blocking buffer. Good morning. Dunkin'. As I always say, YouTube likes Dunkin' more than McDonald's. You go to Dunkin' and you don't get read the riot act by the YouTube. You have McDonald's and everybody's on it. Just say it. I'll say it 1,000 times over and over. There must be kryptonite nearby. I can hardly even move that. Am I boring everybody? Everybody got a dog. There's somebody's dog inside that house is going crazy. Just trying to build a blocking buffer so that thing doesn't slide all over. That's a lot of plastic there, King. I know, right? I gotta give the scrapyard something. Get weighed, get paid, right? Like I said, King ain't doing too good here. As you can tell, I'm not complaining, I'm showing and explaining. Well, maybe you're in the wrong neighborhood. Ooh, what's in that dumpster? It's on private property, so can't really go into it. Creak. I don't think that car runs. I had White Castles the other day, and I still don't feel right. Imagine Jabba eating, I think they have White Castles in New Jersey. Wow. That guy would be a real gas bag. You know, because legend has it that White Castle hamburgers give you a lot of gas. Which I only had 7 White Castles. White Castle hamburgers. They're like little itty bitty things. And no, gas is not the problem. I think they're steam grilled, and I don't think that they spent enough time on the steam grill table. They're steam grilled with grilled onions, little diced onions, and I think the meat is already pre-cooked, so you're not going to get like deathly ill from them. It's just I don't know. No words were said. I just made a sound. You fill it dumpsters. That looks like a lot of plasticky, woody. I think that this is my political opinion, which is a killer for YouTube videos and channels. But I think if let's see, can we see that guy right there? I think if that guy wasn't so divisive to the populace, I think the political right would have really high numbers. But there are a lot of anti-Trumpers out there, and the election is going to be razor thin, and when it's razor thin like that, it opens the door for what happened back in 2000. I think. You gotta be careful with the words, because then you get the little banner under your channel name of like, it's like fact checked or whatever. You get the thing that says 2000 U.S. presidential election, blah, 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 blah. I don't need that. Just stupid distraction. So you have to code your words. Well, I have no idea what that's got to do with me trying to find scrap and wasting gas driving around, but can you see the chemtrail? Can you see the conspiracy theory? That's another thing to get to that banner on the bottom of your channel name is chemtrails and, you know, the whole blah 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 blah. There's so many things on YouTube that have that little fact check thing going that's ridiculous. I think I sufficiently bored everybody with this video. Yeah, you need like another thing that my great friend Paul stated very truthfully is your video needs to have kind of like an intro that goes with the thumbnail, and then a storyline that is progressive, and then kind of like an outro or a conclusion that ends on an up note, instead of like, you know, most of my videos come to like a Sopranos style, like sudden stop, because that's always been my style to do it that way. But maybe I should experiment with ending on a happy note. What would that be?